Hello, this is just a quick guide for the Exodus Trash Grandmaster Nightfall. This Nightfall has both Overload and Anti-Barrier champions, so Overload bows are very good, especially exotics such as Le Monarch and Tuku's Divination. However, Anti-Barrier autos to me are on the weaker side, so we're using Ariana Vows with legendary bows to handle the champions. The only shields you'll find are a few solar shields. With Passive Guard Seasonal Artifact mod, I would highly recommend using the sword strat that we're using. This is particularly good for the boss room. To ensure that you can survive in the boss room, a well or bubble is extremely helpful. The more, the better, honestly. Limonada is trying out a fun new build with Lucky Pants. This exotic was buffed at the start of the season, and with Ariana's Vow can actually output a lot of damage. An extra well Warlock would probably help a bit more for the boss room, but this was just a fun thing to try out. Remedy is using a Wither Horde to help control the ad spawns, especially in the boss room. We also considered him using a Le Monarch with Blinding Grenade Launcher too, but settled on this. We are running arc resist on our chest pieces because there is a modifier that increases arc damage, also using Protective Light and Taking Charge for the extra resistance. I'll add more commentary at each section of the strike, including how to handle the plates and what percentage each of the ad spawns happen at. But for now, let me know if you have any questions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, it really helps me out. Thanks!
Piccolo? Really?
We don't have to call it that. We'll give it a better name. Later.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you, Captain. Thank you. I have marked a trail of arc pulses the Fallen left behind.
I'm detecting another set of arc pulses. Coordinates marked.
You'll see we left those last two arc pulses on purpose because we want to get those while we spawn kill the ads that come out of the store. I have this well and the Overload sword ready to go, so we insta-kill the Overload, and Remedy's putting Wither Horde down to get the rest of the ads. You'll see it's very clean and very quick.
Zavala, Cave Unit, if I could have a word with the Captain in private?
It's Vanguard policy to keep in contact at all times.
I killed the feed cap. Sorry. Too many distractions. Fallen are tearing up the ship and you know what? It really hurts.
Good ghost leaves nothing unscathed. Get me to that machine. Stay close.
The way this plate works is the more guardians that are standing on it, the faster it progresses. So if you want to progress it slowly, you only want to have like one guardian standing on it at a time. The add spawn, the first spawn here happens at 5%, and then there's another spawn that happens at 11%, which has an overload champion. So here we progress it to 11% to get the first overload champion out, and we'll kill him. With the first overload champion taken care of, the next one spawns at 16%. So you can see we progress this slowly to get it to 16, and then move back and take care of the next champion. Now you don't get any more ad spawns until 36%, and this contains no champions. Now once we progress this to 50%, that's when a lot happens. We get 2 anti-barrier servitors that spawn with all the exploding shanks, and as soon as you kill one of the servitors, we get 3 overload champions that spawn. So you'll see we take care of the left anti-barrier servitor first, and then we spawn all 3 overload champions, and we move back to make sure we take care of those safely before killing the last servitor.
This really stings. These shanks are like the world's smallest storm callers. Shank on the web! Shank on the web! Thanks. It's scary outside your backpack.
the last percentages on the plate are 56% will get an Overload Champion, 71% will get a Solar Heavy Shank, and 86 will get an Overload Champ and 2 more Solar Shanks. However, if you progress this very fast up until the end, you actually skip 1 Overload and 1 Solar Shank, and you'll still get Platinum rewards as well, so don't worry about that. So that's why we stand on the plate here. We're using the bubble as protection to try and survive, and we progress it all the way. You'll see we only get 1 Overload Champion and 2 Solar Shanks instead.
I'm alive. The only gifts I ever asked for.
My crew used to give me gifts, but they've been dead for 500 years.
Let's, see what those darn fallen are, huh?
These patrol level enemies still do a lot of damage to you, so I recommend staying very safe. Stay off your sparrows because the pikes will melt you as well. However, the enemies only take a little bit of damage to kill, so don't hesitate in just shooting them.
Don't worry, we'll find them.
Hello? Everything okay?
We're fine. Failsafe was just being fidgety.
I'm so glad I can hear myself in the feed again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
In this section I like sticking with my fire team and going together to the back right hand side. Kill a couple of the ads and then it's kind of safe from there to do damage to the tank. You'll see Eliminated goes into a spot up on top of the boss area. That's not really required, but there is a spot up there that's safe as well. Bruh.
power's down. Tough to see.
They took everything, didn't they? There's nothing left.
Cage unit, shut your modulator.
No, you do that. Guys, please. They're trying to kill us.
Now there's a tiny little skip here. It doesn't really do much other than you skip the snipers that spawn. If you jump on this box and kind of clamber up to the top exit from here, you don't go through area which spawns the rest of the ads. It's not really that important, but hey, you can do it if you want. There are a couple of cheese spots in this room. I won't be showing them off, but there is one where you can be kind of on top of the map, just where you came in from, and be completely safe from all damage and basically do all the work from up there. It's pretty cheesy, but up to you if you want to do it. We hang out here on the left hand side, using our bubbles and wells to stay alive. Focus on using your sword on the boss, because with passive guard, while you're wielding your sword, you're taking 50% less damage. So it's very strong, helps you stay alive, helps you do damage to the boss as well.
What was that?
All of the exploding shanks will actually disappear as soon as you kill the last normal ad. So here I'm just farming kills to try and get some of my super energy back. And you can leave the last Dreg or Vandal alive, and that will just delay the next spawn starting. We stay here on the left hand side for this start. However, you have to be very careful of the arc shanks. The arc shanks will start spawning on the right hand side, and you'll need to make sure you focus them, otherwise obviously they take away your movement and also keep doing damage to you with the arc floor. So very high priority to take them out. Another trick for those who didn't know, the tethered ads from the servitor, you can actually kill them while you're standing in a well. This is because any super damage goes through the tether, and while you're standing in a well, all your gunfire counts as super damage. At this point we're trying not to kill the last ad, because me and Remedy want to make sure we have our well and bubble ready for the final phase. So I'm trying to farm some of the shanks and making sure we don't kill the last enemy. Also, I actually like doing the final phase of the fight from the top of the room here. I feel like it's easier to take control of the arc shanks that come from the side, and also the boss kind of pushes up right on top of you very quickly, so easy to deal with them with the swords.
Piccolo, can you hear me?